You are looking live at
The Dub in 3, 2.
One for the money, two for the show, three get ready, four to let go. Talking that talk is all that we don't. It's football time, we ready to roll. We bringing the coaches close to the fans, answering questions not from the stands. D1 players with offers in hand, from DF Dubs, the best of the land. Hey, six and be coming to play like eight, five way be coming to play like eight, four way and three and be coming like eight. Private schools be making it eight, cool in the game, Bad and Brian doing our thing. Weird and Jeremy ready to swing. Oh, I forgot it's a card to thing. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. At DF Dub.
Welcome to The Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Mathis, Jeremy McGinnis, Whitfield Roderick, and Brian Riser. Dallas Fort Worth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If it ain't live, it ain't me. It's your boy Bo. It's going down. Got my co-host. This is episode 1. We are in the building. Talk to him, Brian.
Yeah, the first episode, man. So we feel start out strong, man. So I'm excited. You got Coach Mathis, man. So this is the first time he ever been interviewed, right?
No.
You, baby. The you.
Oh, okay, my boy.
The you.
Yeah, I'm gonna got Carter Cowboy for life, and he jumps out with.
He done switch shirts.
Yeah, he'll just switch.
Hey,
right there
hey,
sides on him, man.
Hey, you gotta understand. I'm an Eagle dad, so I always
I
gonna
didn't
be.
know that. I was wondering what the Desoto connection was, because boy, you talk all that Carter stuff, bro.
I know, right?
Well, hey, y'all see, I'm still on that sock ducking field.
Oh,
It ain't changed.
I like that.
Hey, Brian Riser, Jeremy McGinnis, Whitfield Roderick, and me, Pat Botese, we are in the building. We are the Dub. We do it for the Dub, like the song says. The number one high school podcast in the Dub, probably because it's the only one right now. I'm pretty sure.
That's gonna change.
I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna copy it. But that's all right. We the first. We are the originals. So man, hey,
we the ones.
Hey, tell them about the page, Jeremy, because that page be just hopping every day, bro.
Hey man, a lot of that's how we all kind of accumulated. If you go on Facebook, man, it's Texas Youth Sports in high school. Hey, DFW, that's where you go. We always, you can post your little league stuff, your high school stuff, anything, man. Cause really, we brought it out, man. Cause we just want to give shine to DFW, all the kids, the community, whoever want to get themselves out there. That's what we want to do, and it just ungrew.
No doubt. Well, hey, we got two big time guests on tonight. We got Coach Claude Mathis coming out of Desoto U. A lot of questions for him. We got Coach Bam Harrison coming out of Kimball. Also had a DeSoto connection. So, man, without further ado, we're going to get this thing started. And we're going to bring on Coach Claude Mathis like this.
There he is.
You keep doing that. I'll be across the street. You know what I'm saying? You know what's across the street? Great song. Can't thank you enough, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's going down, man. We want to welcome one of the most famous coaches, and I mean, DF Dub makes a lot of famous coaches out here, but one of the most famous coaches, the most talked about coach in the Metroplex, Coach Claude Mathis, and our cheerleaders got something for him. All right, welcome to the Dub. What's going on, Coach? Can you hear us, Coach? Oh no, we lost Coach. It's dark out there. It's
Oh,
dark
man.
out there, man. First
Hey, man.
episode, and some of that type of stuff happens, but it is what it is. Coach Mathis, jump back on here as soon as possible. We'll be looking for you. All
Hey,
right.
how do we share?
Look, we got a lot of questions to ask too and stuff. And so if we can't get Coach Mathis on, who's gonna play the role of Coach Mathis? Because I'm gonna ask the questions anyway.
Hey, it don't make no difference.
All right, here we go. He's back.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, we got you. All right.
There you go, Coach.
In the building. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, man, hey, just welcome to the show. We want to, thank you for taking your time out because I know it's been a busy schedule. Before I even get to any of the questions I had, what has your 24 hours been like? Because I know we had breaking news that you hired an offensive coordinator within the last 24 hours.
Well, I have it's co-offensive coordinators. I have Sean and I have Coach Williams. Coach Williams has been with me on staff. He's our offensive line coach. Coach Bowen, and he's going to be our run game coordinator. And Coach Sweeney is going to be our passing game coordinator. And I have Sean, and Sean is going to be a co-OC with Coach Williams. So it's a good guy. Been doing it for a little bit, and it's going to work well with our kids.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Hey, that was a great hire. I saw that come across the board, and I'm like, whoa! I didn't even know the U's bringing in another coordinator, but good deal. So before I pass it out to my co-host, I got a few questions I have personally. Talk to me about so Carter. I feel like Carter High School, they was that swag team when I was playing ball and growing up. They brought the culture to DFW. Like before Carter, I'm pretty sure Sock might have had a run in there in the late 70s, but 80s was all about Carter High School. But after that, I don't think we had any culture around here. But when you came, you brought the culture. You brought the U. So tell me how did that come about and how did you bring that culture? Because before you came, the swag wasn't in the Metroplex at that point.
It wasn't in DeSoto.
No, it was not in DeSoto, and thank God I had some wonderful kids to come through here, and really got started with Taylor Young. We have a lot of kids that have went to college from here. We had a lot of kids that are playing in the NFL that came from DeSoto, and we always compared ourselves to University of Miami, so they put out a lot of kids. So Taylor Young started talking about Desoto U, and that's how it all got kicked off because we have so many kids we put in the college and in NFL, just like Miami Hurricanes when they put them in to NFL. So we started that culture right there, and it's been going a long ways, and it hasn't stopped since then. And we put a lot of kids out. I can tell you that a lot of kids have went here to college from DeSoto, and we're going to continue to produce it out. So it's a little swag that we have, man, but they love it and we love it. So we're going to go with it, and we're going to continue to go with it.
Absolutely. And before you got to the U, you played ball at I guess now it's called Texas State. It was called what, Southwest Texas at that point?
Yes.
And you were record setting back there. I think you had the record for most yards or something when you left.
Yeah, I'm in the Hall of Honor there. I was blessed to be in the Hall of Honor. It happened, I want to say, in probably 2011, 2012, but I was very blessed to play there and had some great teammates there. That the reason why I'm in the spot situation I am is because number one was God and my parents, but I had some great teammates at Southwest Texas State, and was very blessed. I had a very blessed college career, man, and there's not too many people that can say that.
There it is. So 2 more questions before I pass it out to my co-host. There was a recent rule that came out where they were trying to stop freshmen. They were voting to stop freshmen from playing varsity sports, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous. And it didn't pass. And it kind of put you in mind because you are one of those coaches that don't mind playing freshmen. I mean, it's almost like you're looking for that next freshman superstar. I remember Dez White, who played a little bit. KD Nixon definitely played a lot as a freshman, to name a few. So, one, I'm pretty sure you're glad that rule didn't pass. And just talk about what are you looking for when kids hit your campus their freshman year?
Well, for us, man, we're looking for kids with a high character. We're looking for kids that have great grades, that can take care of their grades. But it's a big adjustment coming from the 8th grade to freshman and try to play on varsity for that matter. I think I can count a total of 6 kids that have ever done that for me here at DeSoto, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. And you got to be pretty special to play as a freshman here at DeSoto because we have a lot of kids that can flat out get it, and a lot of times it comes about depth more than anything. So as a freshman, you don't have that opportunity too much to play at DeSoto when you're a freshman, but we've had at least 6, I think I want to say 5 or 6 to do it so far under my watch. But you got to be pretty special to do that. No, and I'm glad that didn't have that. They didn't have that rule this year, and so it benefits us and everybody else across the country.
Absolutely. So my last question is, well, before we get there, I also like to commend you because you've always accommodated, people in the public. I've seen interviews you've done with CCE and, your relationships with other people. You worked with me in the past on some stuff like that, always accommodating. And that's a good thing, especially when a coach is popular as you are, people could be standoffish in that lane, but you're never standoffish in that lane. So we appreciate you accommodating. But hey, how is it to coach your boys? That's my biggest question.
Right.
Your babies. Wait a minute. And let me say this. I've been going to DeSoto games for the longest. I've had 2 sons that played at DeSoto. So I've gone through the program, but I always remember them on the sideline, and it's just shocking to me. I remember them being ball boys at the games, like in 2012, 13, somewhere up there, just tossing the ball around. And now these jokers are about to graduate.
Well, you know what? It went by fast. It really did, and it's something that won't hit me until I get on the field with those two. It hit me hard with Champ, my oldest. It really did. It hit me really hard with him. But I have enjoyed it, really coaching them. It's been very hard on them. Being a coach's son is not very easy. And we've had our ups and downs, but we've had more ups than anything, especially the last 2 years, because they were able to show everybody that they're playing, and they're not just playing because they're the coach's sons. And, that's what I like about my kids. They're very mentally tough, love them to death. Just very proud of them right now. Very proud of their grades. Don't have to worry about their grades. And they're both going to be graduating early here from DeSoto. So very proud of both of them right now, man. And they don't do nothing but make A's and B's. And that's what I like about it. And hardly some. And if I'm talking about B's, I'm talking about maybe 1. So those guys have really done their job. They're very special to me in my heart. Of course, they're my sons. But they've proved to everybody that they can play, and they're not just playing because of Coach Mathis. But I've really enjoyed the moment. But it's going to hit me hard this year. It has not hit me yet. But it's going to really hit me hard this year when I'm coaching my 2 kids, especially my twins, in their last games, and we should say that their season ending this year.
All right, we'll make sure we got some tissue on the sideline for you. We don't want to see stuff like that. All right, let's go to B. Rise. What you got, sir?
How you doing, Coach?
How you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing good. My question to you is, of course, without naming yourself, who are 2 of your favorite coaches in the area who you think are doing a good job with their program?
Oh, wow. Man, there's a lot of good coaches out there. I think it's hard to pick 2. It really is. But, of course, Duncanville has really built a really good powerhouse. When I left in 2014, they have really built a real powerhouse. We were there where they used to be. We had to rebuild everything here right now. But, Samp is always doing a great job. I hope he gets one, but not on my convenience. But I really hope he gets one sooner or later. He deserves it. He really does. He deserves it.
I agree.
And, like I said before, it's gosh almighty. It's hard. It's hard to pick another one. I think my boy Summit has done a great job over there. I'm going blank right now, but he has done a terrific job over there and has really changed that program around over there. And I'm very proud of him for things he's done. But like I said, there's a lot of great coaches that are out there. And I just didn't want to single out anybody, but I know those 2 come to mind.
Okay, thank you.
That's all you got?
Yeah, it's all right now. I'll get back to it.
Well, look at him. J Mac, what you got? What you got, J Mac? I thought he was gonna throw the book at Mathis.
I thought, yeah, man.
I got nothing.
Hey, it ain't like he ain't never seen testimony and grilling. So we ain't gonna talk about it.
All right, okay. I'm going to ask the last question. All right, Coach. All right.
Yes.
All right, my last question, Coach. All right. Last year, y'all beat Westfield. Westfield beat North Shore. Just I'm not saying who will win or not. But if y'all played North Shore, do you think the game would be a little? How do you think that, far as strategy wise, what would you do different for offensive wise than Duncanville?
Well, I thought it would be a great matchup for us. I really did. I was really looking forward to playing them because I really felt that that's a great matchup for us. The things that we can do offensively, we can spread the ball out and we can sling the ball out a little bit more, and we can still run the ball. And I just thought that our offense was well balanced, and we weren't a one-dimensional team that could go against those guys right there. So we had looked at film against them, and I just think that when you're playing against the Westfield, you better have everybody healthy, number one, but you better have a great game plan for them because they got some guys that can match up with you step by step. And then I just felt very good about our chances against those guys, especially with our offense.
That's it.
And that's what you're talking about, offense. So that's what I said. Our defense, I thought our defense is going. I mean, I really felt good about our defense, but I mean, since you brought up the offense, I think that we could have put some points up against them. I really did.
Okay,
I agree. I actually agree with that, and I said that too. I felt that your offense, because it's more open, it would have gave a lot more possibilities for scoring.
Yeah, and stuff. That's that button right there. That's that extra gear right there.
Well, see, Coach. What I like about Coach Mathis is, he got a lot of I don't give a damn in him when it comes to that offense. You know what I'm saying? Coach want to start. Coach. I've been here for a minute.
We do take some chances. We've just been very successful with our offense. I've had some really great players to play underneath me, and I've had some great coaches to coach underneath me. And I expect no drop off this year when it comes to our offense. I know we got we got a new face coming in, but at the same time, our offense is still going to be the same. It's not going to change. And Coach Williams and Coach Sweeney has done a hell of a job this year when it comes to our offense this spring. So I don't put nothing past it, but I just know that I have some great guys, and it will not take a drop off. I can tell you that.
Okay, I agree. I don't think DeSoto, since Coach Mathis stepped foot in DeSoto, offense has never been a problem.
No, it never has.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I always said DeSoto was the first team I ever seen can score over 50 points and still lose by 20. You remember that Round Rock game?
You know what? The squad is being kept. That Round Rock game, guys, nobody knows this. I mean, I say it now. They had our huddle. They watched our practices. They had our huddle. I had a parent that got mad at me and gave him my huddle. And so they watched practice that whole week on it. So they knew everything. They knew our first 10 plays. That's no lie.
Dang.
That's why I changed everything around. But that's why they knew every single thing. That's a true story. That's a fact. That is a fact. But yeah,
breaking news.
They had our plays. They really did.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
And I knew it. And I knew it from the first snap of the game. I knew it because they gave me a different coverage right away. I knew it. I knew something right away. I mean, I really did. But yeah, they had our stuff. They knew our knew our first 10, 12 plays. They knew what was going our game plan. They was looking at us doing practice from our video, and they did it. They did it.
Oh wow,
they did. It explains a lot because that game had me mystified.
Me too.
That game had me crazy. I was like, hey, look, man, you cannot be scoring 50-something points and still lose by. Something wrong. Something just ain't right.
Yeah, they did. Something just ain't right. They had the game plan.
Hey, J Mac, that's every college football game right now, though. Every college football game like
that. Yeah. But I think that ain't because somebody else shared the huddle. That's just because football today. And that's one thing I could ask you, Coach. Do you think today's football is more first 1 to 50?
No, I really think defenses have caught on. I mean, I think defenses have really adjusted to the tempo offense at times. I mean, you take teams that play against Bama sometimes. I mean, that's one thing that they've struggled with, but I think they've gotten a lot better understanding of it and do a great job with Nick Saban now with the no huddle offense. So I mean, I think defenses have caught up on some things when it comes to the no huddle offense and the tempo. And especially they're playing 3 high with safeties now, the Iowa State defense. I mean, it's changing. I can tell you that it's definitely changing. But the good thing about it is offensive guys are going to adapt. Offensive coaches are going to adapt. So, but I do think the defense is catching up. I do. I really do believe that.
Okay. Okay. Pat. Okay. Now this goes to my 3 questions. Okay. Coach.
For real? I thought you was on your fifth question.
Oh no. I was just filibustering.
Hey, do your thing.
This is my 3 right here though. But I gotta get this out the way, Coach, because I love the internet. We all in these internet streets right now. You know what I'm saying? So the streets always chirping. The streets always talking. So I'm just wondering, man, what really happened on that spring, and what really happened with Sock, and why they're accusing DeSoto of not, playing around,
Guys,
even though
guys,
y'all all
I
have
can
the
tell
same
you.
rules.
Yeah, exactly. We are, our district. I mean, we did it. We don't allow other students from other districts to come on our home side because that's how stuff gets started. We don't need any fights.
Right.
Okay, and
Right.
that don't need to happen. That's our policy. That's our district policy during the season. That's our district policy when we have events the way we had that spring game. That's our policy,
Yeah.
and we're trying to prevent fights. So that's
And it's
why we
not the
don't
only
allow
policy.
students. Yeah, that's not the only exactly. Other spring games were the same way, not just ours. And so we don't allow that. And so that right there, I don't understand why was it a big deal about it? That's our school policy. Point
Do you
blank.
think little part of that? Do you think a little of that was just kind of just hype, just kind of just maybe a little hype?
I don't know what it was. I was disappointed. I was very disappointed in the whole situation. I was very disappointed that it was taken to the internet and it made such a big deal about it, and people didn't know the facts about it. And
Right.
again,
Right.
I received a phone call from the other district AD saying, Coach, I understand what you guys did, and I don't understand the problem, but we're gonna do the same thing. And they did the same thing. Other school districts did the same thing as we did.
Absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
I just don't understand why it was a big deal about that. That's our district policy. That's what we do to try to prevent fights. You only got to have a student ID from our district, and if you don't have the student ID, you're from our district, you don't get in either.
Right.
You don't get in
But you
either.
know,
So I was just it was blown out of proportion, but those are the facts right there.
Hey, I'm glad.
you know what?
Thanks for clearing that up, Coach.
Uh,
Now,
Thank you.
To
a little
piggyback
bit,
real quick on your
a little
real
bit.
quick, let me say something real quick. To piggyback on your question, Jeremy, Coach, you know what disgusted me a lot last year when I don't know if it was last year or year before, y'all lost to Duncanville in that 4th round, and y'all players was just sitting there eating their food, and those Duncanville players walked up
yep,
and turned at them. See,
yep.
stuff like that could have escalated a lot more than what it did do, and I thank God it didn't. But see, stuff like that's uncalled for.
Now,
Yeah, it really was, and me and Coach Samp talked about it, and I know that he handled his players that did that.
he
But
did.
stuff like that, it could break off a fight real easy. It really could. I'm just glad that our kids were very disciplined and they didn't do anything. And I know that Sam took care of his kids as well.
Yeah,
And
he did.
me and him communicate a lot on things. We try to prevent things like that from happening. But that was real disappointing. And we haven't forgotten that at all. We won't ever forget that. But I'm just glad that nothing did happen. But you're exactly right. It could have really popped off. It could have been really ugly.
And you're right. And credit to Coach Sample because I saw the
Yeah,
video. I saw the video of him
yeah.
talking
He
to
took
the
care
team
of
about
business.
that.
Yeah,
So
he did.
so
Right.
shout out to Coach Sample for
Yeah, he
for,
did.
for talking to you and y'all handling that,
Yeah, no
showing the
doubt.
way grown men handle business. I like that.
Yeah.
I
I
love
love
it.
it. I love it.
Me
That's
and
the
Sam,
example right there.
we do talk. We do try to prevent things a lot, but we also a lot of people think we hate each other just because we had a rival from Skyline and everything. But me and him, we do get along, but just when we play each other, we're not friends. This is the bottom line. We
Hey,
try to go at it at one another, just with everybody else. But one
And it's
thing
like
that's over
that.
with, it's
That's
back
all
and normal.
right.
But that's part of it. That's part
Yes,
of it.
sir.
hey, that's what. And speaking of that, I'm glad you said that. He got a protege that's biting on your heels, man. He got a
Who?
protege over there at Sock that's he nipping on you. And my question is in the back of your mind. Now, ain't nobody listening, Coach. It's just us. Ain't nobody listening. Don't nobody hear us.
You're
Ain't nobody
right. Yeah.
listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
But in the back of your mind, are you saying after week 3, it won't be no question who big brother and little brother is?
You know what? I don't even look at it that way. I really don't. I don't even look at it that way at all. I look at it as another game that we have to play and we have to take care of. I mean, that's honestly that's the way I look at it. There's no big brother up here and little brother here because they label me as the outcast anyway because I'm not from the DFW. I'm from Central Texas and they label me that way anyway. So I mean, I roll with the punches. I go with the punches. But I'm just a coach right now, man, that's trying to win a ball game. And I want our kids to win a ball game. I want it for our kids more than anything. And it's not about me. It's about our kids winning the game and being 3-0. So I know I don't look at it as no big brother, little brother thing. I just look at it as it's a game that we got to go out there and win. We got to go take care of business.
So it won't be no extra celebration. No extra cold Bud Light. No, no celebratory. That's what you're trying to tell me. That's what you're telling me, right? That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me.
I'm gonna tell you this. It's gonna be a game that we're gonna show up. We're gonna play the game. We're gonna have to take care of our business. They're a very good ball club. He's a very good coach. It's just gonna be a good game. I expect the game to be sold out. I really do. I expect that game to be sold out.
As a matter of fact, Coach Mathis, we media now, so we're gonna have our dub shirts on. So we need them media passes for that game.
We need them passes, Coach. We need them passes.
I already told them. I'm asking every coach on here. We need media passes.
Okay, last one. You can have it, Rod. Coach, I'm just wondering. I hear a lot of talk with this team you got coming up. You know, the internet streets is blowing up. Everybody talking about your 3 running backs. Everybody talking about your DBs. You got, your deep. Your team is deep. You got, D1 players everywhere. So I'm just wondering, man. In your opinion, is this the best team you had since you came back, or what?
You say since I came back? Since I came back.
I know it ain't the best you had because I haven't been here.
Man,
yeah.
You know what? That defensive line we had with Shamar and Big Murph, man.
That was a good team.
That right there, man. Yeah, I ain't lying. That we felt that we really had a great squad right there. That was a really good ball club right there. And overall, it was a really good ball club, man. I mean, we had the pieces at Samari at quarterback. We had some receivers at the running backs. But this team right here, what we have right now, they grew up. The difference is they grew up together. Like my twins pretty much know everybody because they grew up with them. I know them. They've been over the house to eat. I mean, we've had them there. I mean, we know these kids. Yeah. And I think this is going to be a closer team that I've ever had when it comes to bonding as a family, close-knit team, I should say, more than anything. But I can tell you this. We've had some key opponents that is really going to push this team maybe over the top when it comes to the best teams I've had since I've been back. All right.
Right.
This team right here, I'm just telling you, this team right here, if they stay healthy and we can control things on the offensive line, because I think that's where it's going to start at from us. This year is going to be the offensive line. If we can control everything on the offensive line and the defensive line, this could be that team that what you just said could be the best team I've had since I've been back.
Yeah, because Dontre and Dez team was the best team. That was in my opinion. I was there at the Allen game where I broke a chair in the stands in Mesquite. Yeah. Because of the bad refereeing.
Coach, what did you do? What did you do that God wanted to hit that darn ball just in the middle of the air and just send it straight down?
You know what? We work a drill. We call a drill called Peter. Probably everybody in the country works it. You know, that kid did exactly what we taught him to do. Head towards the sideline. And that's what he did. And that 35-mile-per-hour wind caught it and made it hit him. And I still feel bad for that kid to this day because he almost did something after that game that his parents had to call him. I mean, it was bad. But, you know, it's just one of those things, man, where it happened. I hate it happened. But, you know, everybody kept saying that we couldn't coach, couldn't do this. I think everybody knows about Kyler Murray now. So I think that put that to rest right there. So,
right.
He's a dude, man. He's a dude.
But I'm gonna say this.
He broke my heart for 3 years.
He broke my heart for more years than that.
Hey, between Skyline and DeSoto, I was wrong. I was like, you know what? If Mathis can't do it, Samples need to do it. If Samples can't do it, Mathis need to do it. And man, I'm telling you, dog.
Hey, Coach.
Look at that dude.
Yeah, he's a bad boy, man. Murray just a
bad
Coach.
Boy. Go ahead, hey, Coach. I think my most heartbreaking one, man, was Cowboy Stadium when y'all really had them, man, and they kicked that field goal, that long field goal at that. And that broke my heart, man. Because I was like,
and we played that game without our starting safety. You know, our safety, our corner collided at the end of that game right there, and that was his only catch. The receiver that went to Notre Dame, that was his only catch. He didn't have another catch that whole game. They were their number one receiver, and he caught that one catch, and They ran their offense and ran their field goal team on the field, and they beat us. And
Dude,
that was a heartbreaker too. So
that was heartbreaking.
I've had some state championships out. So I mean, I know how it feels to lose. Even though it seems like we was one play away because nobody was better than us in Allen those years. I mean, there was nobody else better. It was just us
No,
and
I
Allen.
agree.
One of us was
I
gonna
agree.
win it. It was nobody
No,
else
you're
better.
right.
Nobody
Yeah,
else
and like
Well,
you said, you actually had to play Crochet, I believe, in the defensive backfield that game. Was it Crochet?
No, I played our backup in the game right there.
Okay, I thought. Okay, I was trying to remember. I thought that was the game that you played one of your receivers as a DB.
South Lake, I played two of our receivers on defense.
You
Okay.
played John Trey, he got hurt.
That's exactly. John
Woo!
Trey played safety and came back after David Young taped him up and came back off of he had a high ankle sprain and came back in the game and just took the game over still. But I had two receivers that played DB that game right there, and they did a great job, man. That was one for the story. It's probably one
I
of
was
the top
mad
5,
at you,
top
Coach.
6 ball games in the state of Texas. Ever.
Coach, I was mad at you, Coach. I ain't gonna lie.
You was mad at me?
When Duntrey came down and hurt his ankle, man, I was like, oh man. Even if I was like that, but I was hot. I ain't gonna lie, Coach. I was mad, man. I was like, cause I knew, man. I mean, Duntrey is probably one of the best running backs I've seen.
He's that good.
I've ever seen.
See, Dontre could have played safety, corner, receiver, DB. I mean, running back. Dontre Wilson could have did anything he wanted to do, and Dontre Wilson came back in that game, and I'm glad he came back because we were able to win the ball game with him. But I'm telling you right now, man, that defense, I never forget that defensive stand they made with T.Y. in the crew, that game right there, man. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, Taylor Young. Taylor Young, 1 yard line.
Those guys, that whole defense, man, that gosh almighty, they made a heck of a stop 3 plays in a row, man. That defense was solid.
That was a beautiful game. I was there and lost my mind in that game too. 42-41, I believe, was the final score.
Yeah, that defense was solid, man. They did a great
it might
job.
have been more than that because they would have
Shaq,
been going.
you had Big Shaq making a heck of a play on that play too, man. It's just our defense was just special. And they believed in us, man. So I mean, it's one of those things that you always remember. But I'm still chasing that title. Hopefully, I get it soon.
Oh, no doubt,
No doubt.
Coach, I'm gonna start out by saying, first of all, the U.
I love it. I was about to say I love it, man. I need your address so I can see you another shirt too as well. I'm gonna hook you up.
All right.
Hey, that's a Carter Cowboy.
Get Bo T your address, man. I'm gonna hook you up. I got you. I'll take care of you.
Thank you, Coach. My second thing about you, man, is this. I didn't know that much about you back when you first got to DeSoto, but I ended up attending one of y'all games. It was against Skyline in the playoffs, and I instantly fell in love with you as a coach because of your swagger. Like, I know it was a hard hit or something on the sideline, and you just like start rattling the crowd up. You start jumping up and down, and I was just like, man, DeSoto got a real one. And it's like ever since then, I've been a Claude Mathis fan, like completely.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I'm very passionate. A lot of people think that I'm cocky. It's not nothing being cocky. It's not nothing being arrogant. I'm a very passionate coach, and I want our kids to be successful. I want our kids to succeed. I want our kids to win a state championship because I believe they deserve it. I mean, they work their tails off like everybody else, and it's not easy. But the things that we go through is it's not easy. It's not easy at all. There's a lot of teams that go through the same thing, but it makes me even want it more for our kids because I know what we go through here, and I know how hard they work. And I'm hoping they're able to reach their dreams and finally get a state title and bring it here underneath me. And I just feel that they can do that. But I appreciate that, man. But I'm very passionate. I appreciate that.
So, Coach, okay, so if it comes down to it again, if y'all end up being Division One, and it's just like Hollywood, that's how Hollywood the script would be Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. With this being Act 3, what would it finally take to get past those Panthers?
You got to beat them at their own game. They're very physical. They do a great job in the physicality game. And when you have some guys that are weighing about over 300 pounds and over 6'4" across the board, and it's something different. And our kids have had to adjust to that. But the physicality of the game is something that we've worked on in our off season. Our physicality of the game is something that we're continuing to work on right now. And so, you got to be able to have three phases of that game. You got to win all three phases. But one of the biggest phases to me that I don't include with the offense, defense, and as well as the kicking game is physicality. And that's where I think right now, when you have those guys like that, you have to be as physical as with those guys, just like the Houston team that played them.
North Shore.
Galena,
And that's
Galena
what I
North.
said.
Yeah,
Yeah, North
That's,
Shore.
that's
Gotta
what
be
I
physical.
that's what
North
I
Shore.
say about Duncanville. When they meet North Shore, they basically looking in the mirror.
Yeah, they are.
They looking
really
in the
are.
mirror every
They are.
time. Every time. And speaking of
Coach,
that, Coach, do you
okay.
think that's a unfair stereotype that's on Coach Mathis, the Desoto Eagles, is that they are a finesse team?
You know what? They say what they want to say. I know how physical our kids are. I really do. I know how physical our kids are, and our kids, the physicality game that we are. I mean, sometimes you win them and sometimes you lose them, and that don't mean that we're not going to stop being physical. That's not what stop us from trying to win a state championship. We're not a finesse team. I've heard that bull crap, and we're not a finesse team at all. I promise
Hey,
you
that's
that.
why I asked.
Yeah, that pisses me off when I do hear that. I'm not lying. That pisses me off because I know how hard our kids work, and I know how physical our kids are. And so we're gonna continue to be that way. You know, we're gonna have people saying us and labeling us that, but we know the difference. We know, and as long as we know, we're good.
Hey,
Okay.
coach. Hey,
Yeah.
coach. Besides football, how does it feel knowing that you responsible for helping these kids get to the next level? Like you guys average over probably 15 Division Ones every year. How does it feel knowing that you're able to help transition these kids into life changing moments?
No, we're ranked third in the nation. I want to say in putting out Division Ones. When I got back here, I looked at it. We have a form that they got from ESPN. It actually came on ESPN, and I think we were ranked number 2 or number 3 and putting out the most kids in Division One. And you know what? It's all about our kids. It's not just about football. And I tell our kids about that all the time. If it's just about football, I have failed them in life. It's about growing up. It's about being young men and grooming young black men right now, especially in today's society. It's about those kids are going to college and being successful and having a chance to live their dream, but also having a chance to get their degree. And so I'm most proud of our kids, and I'm proud of all the coaches that have coached underneath me and all the kids that have went through DeSoto and had a chance to go to college and from there to the NFL. But I always want them to go get that degree, no matter what. I mean, you got to get that degree. You got to get that fall back on that degree. But, DeSoto is very, very high when it comes to putting guys into college and in the NFL. And I'm just glad that I'm a part of it.
Salute to you,
And
Coach, for that one.
Salute,
and
salute.
another question for you: how do you feel about having one of y'all nemesis, y'all arch rivals of the playoff years, Skyline, added to your district now?
You know what? I think it's great. I think it's great for high school football. I think it's great for the area to have Skyline back in. And we used to have some great days with Skyline when Coach Sample was there. And it's just one of those things where you still hear Skyline, you still remember the tradition of DeSoto
Right.
and Skyline when they're playing the playoffs and everything. So, it's a little bit different now, but I still think it's just hearing those two teams playing, you still get the blood pumping and you still want to go out there and compete hard and play and beat them. And I think that's the way it is right now. But I'm glad they're in our district. We have the hardest district in the state of Texas, so it's
No
going to be
Yes,
doubt.
nice to see what
No
hands
happens this
doubt.
down.
year.
I agree.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very
The
interesting.
District of Doom, Part Two.
District of
It
Doom
definitely
for
is.
real.
It definitely is. I can tell you that right there. It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Hey, before you go, Coach, I know we got to get Coach Bam on. How you feel about Waxahachie, man? Because I just think
I was
Waxahachie,
just gonna
people are
ask that.
sleeping on them. I just think what you think about Waxahachie?
I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking
Oh,
forward to playing Waxahachie. I'm looking forward to playing them. I trust me. I'm looking forward to playing Waxahachie. I am.
oh
Damn,
man.
Coach. Hey, when you said that, I thought I was a 12-year-old, and Pop just told me to go get some rest. God dang.
So it's some things that
Oh boy.
it's some when it's
Uh-oh.
personal. It's personal, guys.
Oh
It's
man.
very personal.
Uh-oh.
It's very personal.
So
Oh
You
I'm
don't. It's
man.
when you try to do things to my son and my players,
Oh.
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 it becomes personal. And
Okay.
Oh.
I know
Breaking
I
news.
know I know they shouldn't have did some things that they shouldn't have, but it should have cut off right there. You don't take it deeper than what you're doing, and they did it. And it's very personal right now, especially when it comes to my son and my football players. And I know exactly what happened, but what they did to them, it was not good, and I don't agree with it whatsoever. But it's very personal.
That's
Ooh,
dad speaking right
Hey,
there.
coach, I have one.
That ain't
I
coach.
have
That's dad.
You're
I
right.
That
have one
sounds
last
It's
question
both.
for you,
You're right,
coach.
but you're exactly right. You are exactly
Yeah.
I have
right.
one last question
That
for you,
sounds like
coach.
70 points personal, so we'll be watching that
right,
Yeah.
right.
game.
Hey, coach, I got one last question for you. If you don't
Uh,
mind me. Um, a lot of people compare y'all to like a Clemson or someone. Like y'all put up numbers of offense. Like y'all can average about 60 a game, but y'all give up about 30 in the process. What is it gonna take to correct that to keep a team from fighting back in a game?
well, you know what? I think we're giving up more points to Duncanville than any other team right now. And I went back and I did my homework on the past 3 years here, and we looked at our opponents that we've played, and it's when we play Duncanville, and that has to stop. Um, other schools, I mean, this last year we did give up some points though. We did give up some points this last year, which we would hope to fix that and fix the mistakes that we had last year. But our defense on the Tony Holmes, where they played well. I know, getting to get to know a new defense coordinator. Tony did a great job, man, and came in and helped us out tremendously. And he's at Red Oak right now, and I can't thank Tony enough. But we got better at that category. Last year we gave up some points, and we got to correct that right there. And I know we will. So, but you're right. Defensively, you're gonna win state championship with defense. You got to have a defense, and that's
Right.
something that I know that we've gotten better at, and this spring with our guys, and we're gonna continue to get better at it right now. I have me a new defensive coordinator as well. His name is
Okay.
Kyle Coates, and him and Coach Babineau are going to be co-defensive coordinators this year. Coach Babineau was my co-defense coordinator last year, so I expect those two guys right there to get it done, along with Coach Chadwick. He's an up-and-coming rising coach right now that's going to be on the defense side of the ball as well, and the rest of those guys on that. I've got Frank as my corners coach, but those two guys, they got to get it done for us this year.
Yes, sir.
Coach,
Yes,
you
sir.
giving out so many
Yeah.
co-positions. I need to be a co-running back coach.
I
Well,
know it.
you know what? It's
Yeah.
nowadays, man, is guys are guys they want to be up and coming, they want to be known, and they deservedly rightful so. And when you have a program like we do here, as well as other programs, those guys want to have a chance to be a head coach one day, and they want
That's
to know
smart,
if those
though. That's
guys are
smart.
being.
Actually, giving
They want to
opportunities.
know if they've been a coordinator. They want to know if they're calling defense or they're calling offense or what are their role, their assistant head coach. They want to know all these things. So I try to put my guys in a situation where they can be successful. I don't want my guys just to be on this staff as coaches. I want those guys to go be head coaches or coordinators somewhere else, but not just be with me as a coach. If you want to be just with me as a coach, you don't need to come to DeSoto. So that's why I want our guys, and that's why they deserve those titles right there, so they can move up, and because they deserve it.
I'm kind of
Yes, sir.
older, so
Well,
I just want to come as a coach. But
well, coach. My last thing for you is this. My last thing for you is this. In my mind, I'm biased because I got the shirt on. I believe this is the year y'all flood the gates. I'm just saying it. This is the year
Well,
hey,
y'all flood the gates.
I can tell you this: we have a really good ball club coming back this year. If our kids stay healthy, I'm excited to watch them play. We just have to stay healthy this year. We really do, and I mean that's just one of those things here that if we can do that, I love our chances. And I think that we can be very successful here. They're working hard right now. They're fired up. We're going to be heading to College Station this weekend and playing the state SQT.
okay.
Hopefully we do well there now, but the most important thing for us is taking one step at a time, and that season is coming right around the corner. So August is coming. I can tell you that,
Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm
and I
gonna go
appreciate
ahead.
that.
I just want to say one thing before we bring Bam on. I know he used to work with you back in the days and stuff. You got anything, any stories about Bam before we bring him
Yeah, I
on?
could. One thing right now, he needs to stop stealing my coaches. He's trying to stick all my goddamn coaches over there to Clemson right now, man. Come on, man. We got more coaches, man. Man, come on. There's got to be some other coaches out there you can go find right now, man. You can
Hey, it's
steal my
that culture.
backyard.
It's that
No,
culture
man,
we
it
talked
is.
about.
Man, it is. I know
Hey,
it, man. It's a.
hey,
Nah.
Coach Mathis,
It's just, I got
he
some great guys
representing
on
the
my
other
staff.
D. He
Exactly.
trying to put the Dallas D on his back.
No, we got
got-
some great coaches, man. I hired Bam, and I was glad the situation that he's in right now. He deserves it. He's been trying to get a head job for a while now and trying to be beating down the doors, and he's finally beat down the door to become a head coach. And I'm very proud of him. I really am, and I hope he has great success over there. But man, but leave my coaches alone, man. God dog, man.
Hey, when we see Carter versus DeSoto versus Kimball next year, is that gonna be?
Oh no.
No, he ain't gonna do that now. He ain't that crazy now. He ain't gonna
Yeah,
do that.
No.
He ain't that now. He ain't gonna go there. He ain't
All right.
not yet. Nah.
Hey, baby,
Hey,
step
my boy
up, step up.
My boy Keeper Rush said 3 years. 3 years. So we'll see.
Let me ask Coach one more.
No
Just
doubt.
one more. Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
What we gonna take to get the Carter DeSoto scrimmage back?
Never.
Oh wow.
Never.
Man.
Never.
Bruh. Who they gonna scrimmage? The junior high?
Yeah.
Hey, back in our Carter days, we scrimmage DeSoto faithfully.
The
So
freshman team?
I just want to know what is it to get that back.
I can tell you that when you get a Coach James or a Coach Chambers over there, let me know, because those guys.
Oh,
Hey, talk that talk. Hey, Clyde.
If you get Coach Chambers and Coach James back, they're gonna bring all those ex-players. So I ain't gonna want to play them, man. Those dudes back in the day, they was real.
That's a history lesson right there for you.
I'm trying to go back to Carter. Trust me. I'm gonna let Carter stay where they at. I don't need nobody like that right now. Trust me. We already playing the number 3 team in the nation right now, so I don't need nobody else right now. Trust me.
Hey, I will be there, Coach. I was gonna ask you, but we ran out of time. What made you schedule those 2 national teams?
You know what? I love playing a hard preseason. I really do. I love playing a hard preseason. It battle tests us before we get into district play, and you know, it gives me a chance to see where our kids are at. But you know, these 2 teams that we're about to play right now, they're solid. It's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out right now. But we're excited. But we don't back down to no challenges. I mean, we're excited about this, and we take on all comers. And those 2 teams are one of the players, so we played them, and we're gonna see how it goes. But it's gonna be a good one. I tell you that. It's gonna be a packed house too as well.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Rod, for that question you just asked about Carter. The question you just asked. Yeah, I had a meme for you, but it won't drop. But anyway,
Yeah.
Good.
Look, I'm gonna get you though. Coach Mathis,
Pat,
coming out.
Pat, let me do it for that question about Carter.
Definitely love to talk with you and one of your players during the season and stuff. So we'll be following you. Much success. We're gonna have the rankings out, so tell everybody to stay tuned. We're gonna put the rankings out at the end of the show. We appreciate you.
All right,
you know what, guys? You know what? This has been one of the better shows I've ever been a part of, especially podcast wise, guys. This was excellent. It was fun.
We appreciate that, Coach. We appreciate that.
And I'm being honest. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass right now. I'm being very honest right now, man. This was fun. I wish we can do it again. And I hope other coaches experience the same thing that what I just experienced. But I've had a great time on here, guys. And I really appreciate you guys having me on the show, man. This is really good. I'm not lying.
You the first guest,
appreciate you.
Coach, you the first guest.
You're the first guest.
You number 1.
Appreciate that, man. Hey, maybe that's the thing to come this year, man. So I appreciate that.
All right.
We're gonna catch up with you later on the year. I need them sideline passes for the sock game. We're gonna interview some of y'all players after the game and put them on the show.
I want sideline passes for Waxahachie.
Hey, I ain't missing that game. I'm not missing that one. Let me go change. There you
go, the man right there.
I appreciate it, guys. And also tell Bam leave my goddamn coaches alone, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys. I'm out. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Salute.
All right. Later.
All right, Coach. All right. So, hey, I appreciate Bam. I get to see him in the background, patiently waiting. Great interview, but you know, it don't stop like that.
It don't stop, man.
It don't stop. And I got to bring my man Bam in. We had great conversations before, but I got to bring him in like this. I hope he remembers this.
There we go. Oh, they pulled it off.
That's when they upset in Coronado, wasn't it?
Hey, Kimber, this is what you getting, baby. Animation. Hey.
Hey. Hey, Bam, you got to do that after y'all play Carter.
Yeah, hey man, that needs to be the first thing we talk about right there is that Wilson.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
What's going on, Coach?
Well, the Wilson started in 2011, and when I was at DeSoto East. Now everybody is blowing the whistle.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I started that in 2011. Now everybody's. I heard somebody doing it last night.
Everybody Coach Bam. The funny thing about that is I saw a white coach from Duncanville blowing the whistle. So I'm like,
hey man, that coach wasn't white. That's a Spanish
that coach wasn't white from Duncanville. It was Duncanville. It was a Duncanville coach.
When?
That was probably about 2017 or something.
Yeah, he was white.
Yeah, he was white. Yeah. He up there blowing the whistle like Bam. I'm like, look at this joker right here.
Yeah, man. Everybody trying to do it now. But it's all good.
Hey, as they say, imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
I am the originator, not the duplicator.
Already.
Hey, Coach Harrison.
Yo.
I love you. I respect you, but Cowboys.
Hey, tell him, what that shirt just green?
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, you know, Carter have put out a bunch of guys. I played with them in Little League, but it's all about the K, dog. It's all about the K. Y'all got that different color. Y'all got that powder blue. That powder blue. We got
that, you got that friendly blue. Hey, Coach Bam, I'm gonna jump in and throw my questions at you, and then let these guys take it over from here. We were talking earlier and stuff, and it was funny because I got a son that played at Howard Payne where you played, and then ended up eventually playing for the San Diego Chargers. But you kind of give me that story you gave me about how long you was at Howard Payne.
Hold on, Paul. Well, my son played at Howard Payne too.
Wow. Hey, Howard Payne was good to me for 3 months. I left the University of Illinois in the spring of '93. I transferred to Sam Houston State, where they did not release me to play. So I went down to the NAIA level, and that was the best thing that happened to me, man, to go to Howard Payne. I was able to get drafted from Howard Payne. There hadn't been a person to get drafted from Howard Payne in I don't know how long. And I was able to go down there, do my thing, and put Howard Payne on the map.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Blessing. So I was talking to Coach Mathis about the culture that he brought to the DeSoto U. And you basically was there near the infancy of it. I think he got there in 2008. You say you were there in 2011. How do you bring the culture to Kimball? Because just from that clip where you were celebrating, you brought that culture to DeSoto, and it kind of reminded me of the same energy that Mathis brought to DeSoto.
Oh yeah. I mean, first of all, let me give a shout out to him for giving me he gave me my first opportunity when I got back from California to coach. So I'm gonna give him a shout out for that. But man, it's just been in me since the Redskins. That's the type of stuff we did growing up, and it's just in me. And that's what I'm gonna take to the K. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the kids injured. Yeah. Oh yeah. Larry Oliver. Yeah, yes, sir. Larry Oliver started that program, man, and it's still going on today. And it's 30 plus years, man. I started there when I was 6 years old. And I'm 50 years old now, and it's still going on.
A legend.
Yes.
All right,
yes,
so I got something to share with you right quick. Bam. So
wow.
So I was listening to my boy Kiva Rush last night and What Your Heart Be Like, and he brought up something that I had no idea was the case. Now he told me that Clay Mack, he's in my phone. I talk to Clay all the time, and he's done well with his business training athletes. He was your quarterback?
Clay Mack was a quarterback.
What number did he wear? Because I was looking, I'm like, none of these jokers like Clay Mack. I know that's you in the middle.
No, that's at the University of Illinois.
Oh, that's at Illinois. Oh, bro, I'm thinking I'm looking at some Kimball stuff. Okay. My
No,
bad.
that's University of Illinois. But Clay Mack wore number 11. Our junior year, Clay Mack and I, we led the area and the state as a tandem, in receiving. And then our senior year, they moved him to quarterback. Clay Mack played pretty much anything and everything.
Wow. Yeah, I never known that. And I talked to Clay about a bunch of stuff over the years and never even knew that he went to the K for one.
Yeah, he didn't like that quarterback spot. He didn't like it at all. And see, the crazy thing is, when I met Clay, he played for the West Dallas Warriors. That's how I met him. Both of us played quarterback. So it used to be, you go to quarterback. No, you go to quarterback. But they put Clay Mack at the quarterback spot, and we had some success, man.
Man, that's amazing. So let me ask you about your time at Red Oak before you ran off to TCU for a second. I actually stay in that community, so I'm familiar with it. I've had both of my sons have played a little time in Red Oak. They both been played at DeSoto, and they both been played at Duncanville. So we kind of moved around a little bit, but I know the culture of all three, and the culture definitely was different before you came there. How do you feel? What you brought to the table to change the culture, because everybody wants to play for you.
I think it's just making the programs attractive, man. Red Oak was called Dead Oak at one point.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But we made Red Oak. Yeah, they was dead. We made Red Oak attractive with coaches like Chris Ross, Courtney Sterling. Courtney Sterling was at DeSoto also. He came over. I mean, we had a great staff, man, with Coach Ross, and we just made the program attractive, man, and won a lot of ball games.
All right, good deal. This Coach Johnson, I know him personally, and
yes,
he's a lifer over there or whatever. But I mean, even with the guys that are lifers, y'all changed the program for them.
Yes, we did, and we had a great time at Red Oak, and it just it came to an end too quick. Let's just say that.
I say that as well, because I try to go to games every year or whatever, but I can't really go right now until they do something else. But all right,
exactly.
All right, we're gonna switch it around. Let's go to Mr. Rod real quick and get your questions in. Get that Carter stuff out the way.
This gonna be lovely.
Mr. DeSoto Carter Cowboy.
Hey,
you can't do both of them now.
Hey,
Coach
Harris.
You gotta go ride with the Cowboys, man.
Hey, Coach Harris, I'm a DeSoto parent, but a Carter alum. But my question for you, Coach,
so sorry.
So my question for you is this: you went to Kennewick, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you played in the Oakland Super Bowl. How does it feel knowing on September the 3rd you about to coach in your first Oakland Super Bowl? How does that get you excited?
Yes, man. I'm very excited, man. Coach Jones, I went through the era when we played, the Friday Night Lights group. You know what I'm saying? So I had to play Jesse Armstead, Chris Calhoun, and all those guys, Clifford Abraham. So, this time we're going to be on the winning side of that thing. So I'm excited. It's going down. And I'm telling you now, we're going to win that game.
Guaranteed.
Let's go. Hey, Bam, tell them about your stats in one of the games. I heard this last night. It just blew me away.
My senior year, I had 5 catches, 220 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Golly, you lit them
Was that on Cliff?
As the quarterback.
Yeah.
Was that on who?
Was that on Clifton or Gary?
Was that on who?
On Clifton Abraham
or Gary?
Was that on who?
Clifton or Gary?
I heard you. Y'all know who played cornerback over there?
hey, Bam just ran through the whole Carter that night. He had 5 catches, 220 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 cheerleaders by the end of the night.
Hey, y'all just need to go. Bruce Chambers was the cornerback coach. Y'all need to go ask him who was guarding me that night.
Ooh. Hey, you talking deep now, because I run with that 88 crew now.
Hey,
that was my crew.
That 88 crew, I gave them 5 for 110, 1 touchdown. That's Lee Shea.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what
coach.
he say. My brother.
Hey, coach. We lost a lot. We lost a lot from last year, but we're gonna give y'all all we can handle this year.
We wait, man. It's gonna be a great game, man. It's gonna be a great
For
game.
1 quarter. So
But coach, while we on the subject, let's talk about some non-district games y'all have scheduled. What are you looking forward to in non-district?
Right now, the schedule was picked, before I got the job. But it's West Mesquite, Fort Worth, Pasco, Carter, and Arlington, Sam, Houston. So those are the four. Yes, those are the 4 games we'll be playing then in preseason.
beautiful schedule.
And y'all also y'all zone district. Am I correct?
Yes, they zoned it up because we had so many teams, and it gave us the opportunity to play 4 preseason games.
Along with your hire at Kimball, how do you feel about fellow coaches Philip Tanner getting hired at Fort Worth Southwest? Fellow Kimball alum Philip Tanner, he was a beast also. And how you feel about Coach Jackson getting hired at Seagoville?
Well, with Philip, I mean, either one of us, if he would have got the job, both of us would have did an amazing job. And he gets the opportunity to go out there and change the culture in Fort Worth. And with Jack, I was with Jack at Red Oak for 3 years. And Stephen is a very smart dude, and he's gonna go out there and do great things also.
Right.
I call Jack the young goat.
Yeah, man. He's a very smart dude, man.
My last thing for you is this, Coach. Besides the rivalry, I wish you the best, man. I really do.
I appreciate that, man. I really do.
Coach Bam, what was you thinking on this play? It looked like he was playing against San Francisco. Who's coming at you?
That was my that was on Monday Night Football, man. That was the first time I touched the ball ever.
Wow.
In the NFL. Yeah, so I can't tell you what I was thinking, but it looked like I was scared as hell.
Man. Hey, I'd rather be scared as hell in the NFL than sitting on my tail at the high school. So hey,
right.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah.
Hey Rod, we got Lash Envy says you changing more than the BET Awards or whatever. So
hey, Lash. Hey, as you can see, we have Kimball head coach here, so by me being a fellow Cowboy alum and just a diehard Cowboy and all together, I gotta make sure he understands and knows that on September the 3rd.
Left, you went and changed the shirt, huh?
Yeah. I gotta make sure he knows on September 3rd that James Jones trophy is coming back to 1819 West Wheatland.
No, 3606. Stay right where it is.
Already.
It's all love, Coach. It's all love.
J Mac, what you got?
Oh, well, first and foremost, man, let me salute you for getting the job, man. For getting that Kimball job.
Yeah.
And head coach. Are you the athletic coordinator too, or just head coach?
Both. I'm doing both.
Yeah, man.
Man, that's a blessing, man.
Hey, that's a blessing, man. But hey, I'm gonna give y'all a little story on Coach Baum and why I respect him so much, man. Because I tell everybody when I would tell everybody about this podcast, they was like, "Well, what is it about?" I was like, "Hey, it's just 4 homies from Oak Cliff, man. We just gonna be shooting it and talking high school football, right?" So this is what I like about Coach Baum. So of course, I'm on the internet streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to work on Todd Peterman, right? I'm just working them over. I'm talking cash, no. I'm like, I can't stand Peterman. I can't stand, I'm just going in. Next thing you know, I get a ding in my inbox. It's Coach Bam. Coach Bam hit me up in my inbox and hey, Coach Bam didn't have nothing to say. All he said was, "This my number. Call me."
Let me say one thing.
Coach Bam was like, "Hey man, you going too hard, bro. Let me straighten you out. You must got something, misconstrued." But you know what, man? I ain't gonna lie, man. I respect stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that just gave me a whole new respect because Bam was like, "Nah, bro, you ain't gonna be talking about my coach that hard. So let me straighten you out."
Hey man, Coach Peterman is a real good dude, man, and I think he got the short end of a stick on a lot of things. He did a lot of stuff behind the scenes, man, that nobody even know about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna mention the things he was doing, but he's a real good dude, man. He cared about kids more than anything. You know what I'm saying? I know all the outside stuff that people were saying. He cared about kids, man, and that's why we in this business right now. So if you're not taking care of kids, you don't need to be in this business.
Hey, that and like
Let
I
me
said,
say one last.
that's why
Go
I
ahead.
respect you, man, because you stood up for your guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And you
right,
hit me
yeah.
up directly, and that's respect. You know, I'm big on manhood. That's real man stuff, and I appreciate that.
Right.
Now,
Hey, Coach Brown, I make you a deal for lifetime. If y'all defeat us on September the 3rd, I will interview you after the game wearing a Kemper shirt.
Wow.
Okay.
So what hey, I can't. Hey, man, look, I can't put on no powder blue though, man.
Ain't happening.
Hey, if you lose, you got to come on Twitter and acknowledge them Cowboys.
I got you. I'm with that.
All right. I go buy my shirt just in case. Hey, man, Coach, I ain't gonna lie to you. Any other year, I probably have all the confidence in the world, but this year, I'm probably gonna go buy that shirt.
Bruh. Hey man, I heard they've been grinding over there though.
They what?
I heard they've been grinding over there.
The 7-on-7 team is looking real good.
Okay. Yeah, you got to put them pads.
Yeah, Coach Gilbert got a lot cooking up. It's gonna get. We gonna get back to where we used to be. It's gonna take some time. Just believe in Coach G.
7-on-7, they got to play linemen. So
yeah.
Just like I believe to myself that you gonna take this Kimmer program back to heights.
I appreciate that, man. We taking some baby steps and some big steps at the same time.
The end goal of all this to have the Oakland Super Bowl back relevant. Because right now,
and that's the game. That's what it's
going. Yeah, right now,
Facts.
That's the thing. Have it back relevant. Have it packed out.
Have it packed out. We need to bring it back to Sprague though.
Absolutely.
I think so too.
Facts.
I think so too.
Bring it back to Sprague, man.
Hey, you the AD.
Make that happen. Stand around the gate. Oh yeah, we got to be standing around the gate like it used to be.
Yeah, Sprague had that brand that. Sprague bring that real feel back to it. I'm not really a big fan of Kincaid. I'm really not. Sprague is one of those. Sprague makes the game look like it was back in the gap.
For real.
Sprague give you that throwback tackle feel.
Yeah, let's do that. We got to do that. We gonna cover that game. They bring the Oakland Super Bowl back to Sprague. We there.
But yeah, I had that shirt on if you win.
It went down back in the day. I ain't gonna lie. I used to drive through there in my Nissan, and then the battery went dead after one of the games. But hey, somebody boosted me. We were good. J Mac, what you got before we go to Mr. Riser?
Oh yeah. Other than that little story, I'm just wondering, Coach. Two questions real quick. One, what is your rebuild? And I ain't gonna say rebuild because I thought Kilmer had a decent team, you know.
Yeah.
But what is the plan you have for your feeder system and just for your program overall? For the
feeder system, man, we got to get down there and be visible because there's a lot of kids that we've let get to Duncanville and Sock because we hadn't been visible over there. So we just gonna build relationships with the teachers over there, with the kids, and with the parents, and then let the chips fall where they may. And we got to make our program attractive. We got to make them want to stay here. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's part of the thing that we did at DeSoto and Red Oak, that we made the program look attractive with the uniforms. And winning takes care of a lot of things, man. If you're winning, people want to be a part of a winner. Right. So we got to go win some ball games.
Facts. And my other one is, I mentioned it earlier, and just to give a shout out to Big O, I'm just wondering, are you gonna take anything you learned from his leadership to your new role as a leader of men at Kimball?
Hey man, I'm gonna say this. My daddy and Big O, man, they dedicated their lives, man, for other kids. And Beeper and myself, we had to share our dads with other kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take what I learned from them just on a day-to-day basis, how they carry themselves on a day-to-day basis as men. You know what I'm saying? And my dad and Big O, they did that on a day-to-day basis, man. And they took care of a lot of kids, and that's what I'm doing right now. And that's what I'm giving back to these kids right now is all of that we learned from them, just being a strong black man each and every day.
Right.
Hey, Bam, make sure you get them some drip, though. We're probably going to have the drip of the week, have some pictures, because, yeah, you're right. Them uniforms got to be turned up, man. I was looking at something.
What we're doing now, the kids don't know, but we getting away from that Adidas stuff. We have, I don't know if y'all know Damon Robinson. He's going to be a part of the staff, and he played for the Jets. Y'all know Damon Robinson. D-Rob played for the Jets.
Yeah, D-Rob, yeah.
He's going to be a part of our staff, and he has the connections with Nike and Jordan. So that's the direction we're going to be going in. And yeah, man, we're going to be fresh, man. I'm from the Redskins. I'm from the Oak Cliff Redskins.
Already.
So y'all know
the original drip.
Say, Bam, I'll play for the Oak Cliff Jets.
Oak Cliff Jets.
I'll play for the Jets, man. So. Well, Coach Bam, I just got one question for you. I ain't gonna hold you up too long. I got one question for you. Again, congrats on your job.
Appreciate
you have Sock, the defending champs. You have Carter,
who
won district. You have 3 high schools within a 7-mile radius, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think it's enough talent for Kimber to be competitive? Do you think it's enough talent to go around?
It is. And the thing is, we have a lot of kids that's still in our attendance zone that's at other places. They need to come home. And it's my job to make sure that they see that we're doing what we're supposed to do to get them recognized by colleges, doing what we're supposed to do for us, making them look good on a day-to-day basis, man. So I'm going to do my part. And Kimber was good enough for a lot of the alumni, so it's going to be good enough for their kids also.
Right. And just to piggyback off what you just said, Coach, I tell everybody that, you know, like I refer to it as the internet streets. It's so much chirping in the streets about transfers and recruiting and all this nonsense. But the way I tell it is, if your coach build a program that other kids and parents want to be a part of, it don't matter. So none of that stuff matter.
Right. Because I mean, at that point, if you building a program, you know, they're going to come, man. And they're going to do whatever they got to do to do it. And some of them will move. You know what I'm saying? Some people will move into that attendance zone so that their kid can be afforded those type of luxuries, you know, with playing for a good team.
Been happening for years.
It's been happening for years. And the thing is, they say the southern sector is bad with recruiting, but it's happening in Allen. It's happening in Highland Park. It's happening in places. It's happening everywhere, man. South Lake, it's happening in those places, but you know they're not gonna say nothing because they got the big money. You know what I'm saying? So you know it's you know we get a bad rap in the southern sector for you know that type of stuff, but the programs are attractive, so that just bring them to those schools.
Hey man, I salute every leader, man, that's out here getting these kids that. I mean, let's just be honest. Some of these kids won't even go to college if it wasn't for their athletic ability. They wouldn't have an opportunity to go to college. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so salute to you. I know you're gonna do what you got to do to help your players get there.
Hey, J Mac, we got breaking news. I've already set up with Coach Bam to have the Big 12 work with Kimball on a camp or whatever. So.
That's what's up.
Were we safe in announcing that? If not, I already announced it.
Yeah, man. It's on, man. Hey, fellas, my door is always open to you fellas, man. So whenever you guys want to come through, man, my door is open, man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now.
You guys are doing a good job, man.
Hey,
what up?
My allegiance is free. And I mess with who mess with me. So if you mess with me, I'm messing with you.
Hey, Coach, can we get some media passes?
Yes.
Did you hear me? Can we get some media passes, Coach?
I can hear you.
For the sidelines? I said, can we get some media passes for the sidelines?
All right.
Well,
Hey,
sure.
we told them every coach we bringing on, we getting media passes. We're gonna hit everybody at least once
That's all, man.
this year.
Hey,
Appreciate
We're
it,
going to
Coach.
the
y'all
Carter
got a
Kimball
lot of
Super
followers,
Bowl.
man. So yeah, y'all got a lot of followers, and the more I'm visible, the more my program gonna look attractive. So I got to use all the
Exactly.
resources I can.
Hey, anytime you want to jump
Yeah.
on, Coach, you know you welcome. You got a free pass. All you got to do is hit us up,
Already.
man. Let us know what's going on.
Okay.
If you want to come clown
Hey,
ride,
man, I
we got
appreciate
you.
y'all, man.
Hey,
Oh,
especially
man.
after y'all play Carter, we gonna get you on after y'all play Carter, so you can talk to Mr. Whitfield over there.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
We gotta cover that game.
let's
Hey,
do this, man.
I give you my word,
Let's do
Coach.
the podcast. Okay, let's do the podcast right after the game. Win, lose, or
I give you
draw.
my word.
Okay,
I will
we
be
got
on the sideline interviewing you if y'all beat us in a Kimball shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna change in the middle of the game. So
Yeah. Hey, that's
Oh,
after
that'll
he
work.
took off the Desoto shirt from being somewhere.
hey, speaking of DeSoto, Bam, how do you feel about what you was a part of? Because you got a state ring, you know what I'm saying? You got one of them shiny things.
Man, DeSoto was good to me, man. So I mean, we had a lot of success from 2011 to 2019, and like I appreciate DeSoto, man. I don't have any bad thing to say about DeSoto. With Coach Peterman and Coach Robinson, even Coach Robinson was there for a year, and Coach Mathis, you know, he did his thing all those years, and Coach Peterman came and busted the dough down, man, and got that ring, man. So, you know, we did a lot of things differently, you know what I'm saying, to get over that hump, and you know, we came home with a ring, man, and you know, it was partly because of the staff, man. We had a great staff, and we had great kids.
Absolutely. My son played at Duncanville the year y'all won state, and so y'all played us at Duncanville, and and my son was he won our district as a they moved him kind of to that rover position or whatever, from cornerback. And dude, my son was mad as hell in that game because y'all had all 6'4", 300-pound linemen across the front. I ain't never seen no line that big.
Hey, man, every last one of those kids went to school and they played their freshman year. That line did.
Yeah.
And
you know what, Coach?
Yeah.
That DeSoto ain't seen another offensive line like that since.
I don't think they will ever see a line like that again. That was ridiculous, man.
That was ridiculous, bro.
That was ridiculous, yeah.
Bam, Coach Bam. I cussed my son out at
go.
halftime of that game because he was so frustrated going against that line. It was insane. He throwing helmets, losing his mind. I'm like, bro, this dude's 6'4", you 5'11", calm down.
Yeah, man. Don't. And then you had to add KD Nixon, LaVisca Chenault.
Yeah.
I mean, that team, man, on offense, man. Oh man, don't even talk about Sean, man. That dude, that was amazing.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So that group, man, had a bunch of Division I kids that went on to be successful, and LaVisca's in the league right now. Xavier Newman is in the league right now. Yeah, so AJ Green is in the league right now. So that team, man, fielded a lot of kids that went off and played, and now they're in the NFL.
Absolutely. I like old AJ Green. My son played with him with the DeSoto
that's my boy.
Cowboys when they were little, with the Muhammad's and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, that's my boy.
It's something in the water with that family.
Bro, they got about 50 kids or something. I don't know.
Yeah, man, that family is talented, man. Very talented family.
Absolutely. You get a couple of Muhammad's over at Kimball, y'all going 10-0.
Godfrey Thomas said, "I'm giving out the Green twins." Yeah. I said, Godfrey Thomas said, Johnson said, "I'm giving out the Green twins."
So, so y'all heard it first. Big 12 youth league that I run. We're gonna do something with Kimball. We're gonna make it special. We'll announce it. We'll put it out there because it's a grassroots thing. Also, you know, I remember when my son was playing in the DeSoto Youth League. The coaches from DeSoto used to come down and talk to them and all that type of stuff. And that's how you get those kids to want to be part of that program.
Yeah, just build relationships, man. That's what this thing is all about, man. Building relationships with the community, with the kids, with the parents, and then just let the chips fall where they may. But you got to get in the community and do your thing in the community. Let the people know you care.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Coach, could you do me a favor also? Make sure you get his shirt to him. Coach Mathis is already getting him a shirt. He's gonna have a shirt from every coach we bring on. He's probably gonna change 3 times a show. That's gonna
hey, I don't think he's gonna wear a Kimber shirt, man.
As a matter of fact,
put the Kimber shirt on, man.
We gotta put it on him. And as a matter of fact, when we had our pre-show meeting, he was sitting there with no shirt on. So
yeah, I'm like, hey, Rod is the you know, Coach. You know, you always got that one dude that's in your one friend that think he's more sexier than what he's supposed to be. That's right.
That's right.
Hey, like I said before, man, Coach Harris. Hey, if y'all wear it, I interview after the game and I do the whole podcast in the shirt. How about that?
Gotcha. I'm
that confident.
Right, I'm with you.
Oh, by the way, congratulations, Coach. This is our first show. And you on the first show, man. You know, you the second guest, but you on the first show.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man.
I call you 1B. Cause I don't know how we could have did it any better, man. You know.
Hey, I don't either. You know,
I don't know how we could have did it any better.
I appreciate y'all thinking about me, man. I really do.
Hey man, I look at you, man. I look at you like a neighborhood hero, man. For real, man. I look at you like a neighborhood hero from the Redskins to the league.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of you.
Now you back in Oak Cliff. You know what I'm saying? You back. You didn't go to the suburb. You back where it started, man. Hey, that's a great story, man.
That's a great story.
I was now. Let me say this. So you know, a lot of people thinking that I'm coming back to use this as a stepping stone to get another job. Man, I'm not going nowhere, man. You know, when I drive to work every day, I don't feel like I'm at work, man. I feel like I'm at home. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that and I told the kids last night, man, I'm not going nowhere until they make me leave. You know what I'm saying? So it's not I'm coming in to get a head job to get another head job. I'm gonna be here and I'm not going nowhere, man. I love
that's what DISD did, man. And that's another question I want to ask and that's part of the answer, I believe. We need coaches that want to stay and build. But on top of that, what do you think Dallas need to build DISD, period, just as a whole? So right now we got something.
They doing a great job of paying the coaches right now. The head coach and AD, man, they are paying them money that's comparable to the suburbs. So now people will be, able to come back. We have resources now. We got nice turf fields, nice weight rooms, and that type of thing. The people will come back, man, and the coaches will want to coach and build. It's gonna take some work. You know what I'm saying? It takes some work, but you got to be willing to, jump head first, man, and just do your thing.
Hey, man,
absolutely.
That's what I want, man.
Hashtag let's find out. What's that about? I've been seeing that everywhere.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Who's your favorite Kimber Knight other than you, of course? Like me personally, in my era, man, I used to like watching DeLon Washington, but my favorite Kimber Knight is Byron Norton. No joke, because I'm
gonna say yes. I love Byron Norton, but the guy that inspired me was Antoine McBay. He played wide receiver at Kimball. He wore number 18. He inspired me to wear number 18. And so, I was one of the kids that jumped the fence at Sprague just to watch Kimball play.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Antoine McBay, man, was the dude that inspired me, man, to want to be a Kimball Knight.
Man, what Todd talking about?
My favorite
Gates, man. What?
My favorite Kimber Knight. Hey, coach.
Hey, man, y'all gotta leave Todd alone, man.
Hey, coach. My favorite Kimber Knight was probably one of my arch rivals, in which is London Thibodeaux. I think that kid was special, and I couldn't beat him for nothing in the world. But
London played baseball, basketball, and football, man.
And to this day, he's one of my good close friends to this day. But I can never defeat him.
Oh, man. We got to get Kimball back up, man. Because when you got that job, when you got that job, Todd said he love you to death, but he kicking your ass.
I love that dude, man.
Todd is right. Todd, they have built a great program. They have set the standard.
I love that dude. I love that dude.
I love Coach Todd, man. I love that dude.
I do too.
Let's just throw this out there. Let's play a little trivia game.
Uh-oh.
Who is the last team that Sock lost to in the district game.
Oh,
okay.
Campbellites.
Okay.
Is the Sunset?
Okay.
Oh, shots.
That was red. It was red.
It was red.
It was red, was it?
It was red.
No. I know it was. No, Mesquite Poteet.
No, Red Oak.
No, it was red.
Red Oak.
It wasn't Poteet?
Yeah.
Hey, what's ironic with that, Coach Bam, is two of the coaches that was on that staff, I guess, would be
Coach Todd said Red Oak,
right?
Yeah, me and Coco, yeah. Yeah, we put that thing together, man. So, it ain't nothing gonna change. Look at.
Look at, there he is.
There you go. My boy, man.
Hey, but it's one thing about Todd, man. He gonna bring the funk every day. He gonna keep it real all the time.
Hey, that's why I love that dude, man.
Yes, all the time, man.
And
they have set the standard, man, right now. So
I don't even know that dude, and I want to help. I want to buy that dude a beer, man, and just talk shit with him. For real.
Yeah. Hey, I will say this. I will say this.
Well,
after he won the championship, after he won the title last year, I happened to just see him in the lobby, and that's a humble dude, man. He wasn't, one of those. He was just like, man, I appreciate it, thank you, and that touched me because most people, coaches, they can be assholes. He was just excited, man, for his kids, for himself, and that touched me. So I got a lot of respect for that guy, and I like him a lot.
He is Todd has done a lot. He's done a lot for the community. He's done a lot for for SOC right now, man. So like I said, they have set the bar very high right now.
Right.
So it's my job to try to get to where they are right now.
And he let us know.
Todd said he saved the hood last year. So
he did. He did.
Hey, Coach Brown.
He did save the hood. What up?
This is my last topic about Coach Todd. Hey, Coach Todd, remind me of Ric Flair, man. To beat a man, you got to beat the man.
You got to go beat him. You got to go beat him, guys.
Yeah, Coach Todd.
Yeah.
Coach Todd, he's very entertaining, man. I like Coach Todd. He's very entertaining.
I like him a lot, man.
Yeah, we got to get him on here and talk that talk.
Coach Todd, since I see you in the chat, we gonna see you next week, right? Wednesday, 9:00.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We gotta get Coach Todd.
Coach Todd, you next, right?
Yeah, we're gonna set up.
We gotta get Coach Todd on.
But Coach Brown, I wish you all the luck in your first year, man. I wish you all the success. It's fun and it's great seeing African American coaches in at all levels, from high school to college to NFL. I wish you the best, man, and I really believe that you're gonna turn this program around. Whether it's Campbell, whether it's Carter, I believe one of us two is gonna be the second Dallas state champion.
I appreciate that, man. I think that as black coaches, we got to uplift everybody if we want other people to respect us. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to continue to make sure that we're talking positive about other black coaches, no matter who they are, rivals or not. We gotta make sure we big up in them constantly, right, just to show them that we still together as one. No matter what.
Bro, you know what? I appreciate that because I was feeling like that Desoto stuff was getting a little out of hand. It was feeling like a black on black crime to me. So I was just like, man, let's we can be turned up, but let's not take it to another level or whatever. We want these kids, kids they emulate what they see or whatever. So they already turned up in this day and age. We don't need them to be we're gonna run up in your school and take over your school type stuff.
We don't need exactly.
But you know what, to piggyback on Coach Todd's conversation, I told JT when I saw him one day, I said, it's funny, man, that the same people who wanted your head years ago and the same people who praising the hell out of you now, that's funny, huh? Because I was around soccer alumni when they was losing to Alito barely, and I want him fired. And the same one walking around his profile picture, and I call him out on Facebook about it. I find it funny. Bro, but them the same one that praising him.
That's normal fandom, bro. I run a youth football league, bro. We had a team that was winning every game in the regular season. They lost a playoff game. The coaches were the worst coaches. Commanders was cussing them out on the way out. Right. Like, man, y'all were 9-0, but y'all lost this game.
Right.
But that's just how, people emotion. That's how they do it, bro.
But yeah.
Hey, that stock fan base get deadly.
Well, hey, Coach Sam,
Yeah, they can be
anything you
serious.
want to say to Kimball Nation before we let you go? We know we kept you super long. First
No,
show.
look, man, hey, I just want everybody to know that, you know, we're going to bring the energy back to the K. We're going to come and play hard, fast, and physical. And we going to win some games, man, and try to get a state championship. That's the goal.
Let's
to win a state championship. So we got to speak it to believe it. And, you know, we're going to do our thing. And as Coach Jones used to say, hey, here. Yeah.
Hey, y'all gonna be 9-1. All right.
I got one more thing. Come here. One more thing, y'all. It's my daughter's birthday, y'all. She turned 11 today, y'all. She turned 11 today, y'all.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you.
She turned 11 today, y'all.
Hey, what's going on with y'all with these wardrobe changes? Did you have another shirt on or something?
Who?
Me?
You. Oh, you been in the Ledbetter shirt the whole time?
Yeah, you going wrong.
Hey, what's that shirt?
On?
All right, bro.
What are you doing on, man?
You know he love his hood.
Next time, put on Keystone Pope.
No. You know he love his hood.
Yeah,
at him.
Hey, well, Bam, man, we appreciate you for jumping on here, man. From that great night you had against Kimball, the cheerleader from that night. Want to tell you something? We appreciate you.
Yeah,
and,
man,
we definitely gonna come hang. I'm gonna do me a favor, drop your number in the DM for me and stuff. And we'll chop it up about getting that camp together. Y'all heard it here first. We're gonna do a camp. Most likely free or something. We'll figure it out. We'll make something jump. We appreciate you, man. First show in the books. It went down. The dub. That's how we do it.
Hey,
all right. Hey, real quick. Real quick, Mr. Roger. Lash, Coach Jackson, Coach Ward, and others say happy birthday to your daughter.
Oh, appreciate that, man. She a preteen. She thinks she grown though.
Everybody showing love tonight. Hey, we was gonna do our rankings this week, but this show done ran almost an hour and a half, so we're gonna have to come back with the rankings next week. And did I hear first, Coach Todd?
Coach Todd say he in there.
Coach Todd next week.
All right. Everybody in Kimball Nation, I need y'all to follow Bam. He's an amazing coach. I've known him through the years and stuff. He remembers coaching my son back in the days and all that. Awesome guy. I know a lot of people follow him. He's gonna be great for the K, like for real.
For real, man. Salute to a real one, man. Salute to a real one.
And also Kimball Nation, give this man a chance. Don't bash him. Cause y'all know y'all quick. Y'all quick to bash.
Ain't got no choice. I ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. The summer go wrong, y'all bash.
Hey, tell them welcome to Death Row. Let's go. But hey, I appreciate it. And y'all come support, man. Kimball has rebuilt the school. They got a new turf field that I'm a big the district to let my little league play on. And other than that, Bam, you the man. We definitely will be chopping it up with you throughout the year. The Carter Kimball game is going down. We will be in the building.
All right now.
Too bad, too bold.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
All right, you have a blessed one, sir.
All right now.
All right, man. Bruh. I was gonna drop a commercial or whatever, but we have gone way over time. No commercials tonight.
It's excitement, man. It's excitement.
I can't wait to show my top 10 list next week, boy. It's gonna be some people.
Me too.
Hey,
yeah.
You know what? Let's show the top 10 list with Coach Todd next week.
Okay, I'm gonna show my top 10
Perfect.
list. I want everybody in the audience to interpret my top 10 list. Here we go. Boom.
All right.
Hold on. Let me.
You want to show you?
Well, we got a number one.
They say they want the rankings now.
Let's D-Bill.
Hey, the fans say they want to see all the rankings today.
Who say they want to see it now?
Ms. Moore said she want to see it now.
Here it is.
She want to see it now. There it is. That's
That's one of them right here. I'm gonna show
That's one of
everybody the rankings. We're gonna go through it real quick. D-Bill, number one. And this is my list, so everybody gets their shot. D-Bill,
all right, this is Pat list.
One. Good guys, number two. That's Denton Gaia. The U, Desoto U, number three. Southside Lake. That's South Lake Carroll. We're gonna give them the South Side. That's my hood. Who is that?
Who is that? I don't know. It's
South
Sock.
Oak Cliff.
Oak
It
Cliff.
better be Sock. It better
That's
be
my
Sock.
hood. That's my hood. So that's how my rankings look. Matt Denton Ryan, number 6. Alito, call him AKA A-Town. Number 7, the Fighting Kyler Murrays. Number 8, Love is Joy. Number 9, and Weebo, number 10. I had a hard time with number 10 because I could have put anybody there. But that's my top 10. Let's go to Jeremy. Talk about it.
Hey,
Go,
you
Jeremy.
already see mine, man. Number one, it got to be SO.
C.
There it is.
C.
Sock.
C.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
who
when
we
you the
be.
champ, you gotta be the champ all the way until the season start. So Sock will be number 1 all the way until it's no more. And then we got Duncanville. Duncanville is right there behind them because the bottom line, unless North Shore is moving to Dallas, they still the big boys of DFW. They run DFW. It don't matter. You can cry about it. You can be mad about it. Nobody beats Duncanville in DFW.
It's the truth.
It's the
Number
truth.
3, I got Dengar. I think this is going to be their year unless DeSoto go D2. They got problems if DeSoto go D2. That's going to be a great game. I will be at that game. Number 4, Denton Ryan, man. I love Denton Ryan. They, for some strange reason, nobody wants to live in Denton, but they got all these world-class athletes. Whatever, man. Whatever.
I love this more.
No recruiting, whatever. And then we got number 5. I got Allen. Man. Even though, man, I might change that before we do another one. I might change that because I'm hearing some bad things about Allen, man. I'm hearing Allen, struggling over there. Number 6, I got the U, DeSoto U.
The U.
Don't be mad at me. Number 6, if you asked me, I was being generous. Number 6 is where you at. I love Coach Mathis. I wasn't too generous. I love Coach Mathis after tonight, man. Coach Mathis earned a lot of my respect. He came on, and he was himself, man. I love that. Hey, man, I love that, dog.
Right.
That man came out here, he talked what he's talked, and he was real with it. And I tell you what, much respect for him, man. Number 7, I got Alito. Hey, I think everybody else forgot about Alito. Y'all had I think a lot of people disrespected Alito. Alito kicked a lot of ass. Matter of fact, I might pick them to beat Denton Ryan, but we'll see.
Ooh.
Number 8, I got Longview. Them Lobos. Only thing about the Lobos, I know y'all gonna say that's not DFW, but you know what? They're in the DFW district. They belong in my ranking. Number 9, we got Weebo. Who? We're gonna have to argue this. We're gonna have this argument. I think Langston have the best running back tandem in DFW. We can talk about it later. We ain't got to talk about it now. Number 10, I got South Lake just because some reason they always around. That's it.
That's nice, Jeremy. Oh, that's me? All right. My list, I'm going to start at 10. 10, Argyle. The move to 5A doesn't change anything. Argyle, to me, is still a team to beat, which I honestly picked to win 5A. Colleyville Heritage. The Panthers are always around. I can just say that. Number 8, Alito. You can never count the Bearcats, no matter what. Steve Wood, he's going to always have some over there. Number 7, Allen. Same thing. But only thing, the question mark is the coaching change. I don't know what's happening in that situation. Number 6, Todd Dodge always have something. Then the return of Odie Allen and quarterback situation, they can very well be in the Final Four again. Number 5, SOC, Champs. The question mark is going to be at quarterback. But other than that, they return the whole entire team. Look for them to be back. Number 4, Ryan. Ryan quarterback situation is a question mark. I'm shifting on taking South Oak Cliff and Ryan and switching that up. Number 3, the U. I believe if they go to Division 2, Geyer and DeSoto will battle it out to get to state. Number 2, Duncanville. Duncanville is 2 simply because of the fact, like Jeremy said, you got to get over the hump. You gotta beat North Shore. It's too many chances. And number 1, Geyer.
You're
Geyer.
Tori and Moore's mom.
Hey, you say the best
receiver
flash.
at Duncanville. This is his mom. She is.
Okay,
Oh, Miss Moore.
Hey,
Miss
hey,
Moore.
she the homie. MJ,
Hey, Miss
MJ
Moore. I
homie.
believe. Hey, Miss Moore. I believe in my mind. Your son is the best player, the best wide receiver in the nation. That's respect.
but now this is my list right here. Now they say the best for last. All right, I'm gonna read this. They say the best for last. All right, number one, I got Duncanville. Until they listen, until someone beat them in DFW. Hey, I got Southlake at number 2. They got their whole team coming back just about. I got Allen at number 3, and I got Den Ryan. I got Den Guy at number 4. And the same can be said. Hey, they done made the state 2 times and lost by Southlake. So they haven't got over the hump.
Westlake, right? Austin, Westlake.
So they done lost twice in the state game. Duncanville lost 3 games. Yeah, 3 times. Yeah. So they know different than. Wait, what's the difference?
No.
All right.
Nada.
I got Sock at number 5. I think they're number 1, 518. I got Euless Trinity. I got Den Ryan. No, they always got something. And I got Desoto at 8.
Woo!
Woo!
Oh, y'all almost got Mike on that one.
Say, y'all know I'm hard on DeSoto, man. I got Rockwell. And I got this just on GP. I got Laredo at number 10. Just
Laredo.
Laredo.
I already know
number 110.
Alito, yeah.
Alito.
Laredo at 210.
Say, I'm tired, man. Man, we've been on. See, I'm getting sleepy now, man. Y'all know I'm old, man. I be
Laredo in top 10 in their neighborhood.
Laredo.
This is my list right here. I think my list is a little bit more.
You got a new fan. Miss Moore said that's right, my guy.
So I better see next week, more.
Hey, Miss Moore had the top player in the nation in my eyes.
Wait a minute, so this is number 1. Well, while we was getting all that angst. Oh, I had D-Ville at number 1.
D-Ville number 1 twice.
Yeah, I got D-Ville. So D-Ville would be the overall number 1 between the 4 show hosts.
So I'm the only one that had stock number 1. I'm the only one. Remember that?
I had Geyer.
I'm the only one that had stock number 1.
I got stock number 1. Say, J Matt, I got stock number 1, 518. That count for something.
Hey, Carter gonna be the top. Carter gonna be the top 10. Carter gonna be the top 10 end of the year.
Who?
Yeah. Carter ain't even top 10 in the hood. What we doing?
Hey, Pat. That's what we call an ender when Rod just started talking sleeping.
Yeah,
I'm the only one. I'm the only one drinking on the show, so he just sleeping. So
well, you know what, guys? Great show, week 1. That was an ender. We'll see you next week. Peace.
You are looking live at
The Dub in 3, 2. 1 for the money, 2 for the show. 3 to get ready, 4 to let go.